Ready, Dave. Let's go.
Well, what are you waiting for?
I don't know. Something amazing, I guess.
You know, some guys would look at this glass and they would say, that glass is half empty. Other guys would say, that glass is half full. I think you was a glass is half empty kind of guy, am I right?
Dave and the boys bringing the heat. It's tough to beat. In this Steeler sanctuary, we found our place. So when the game fades,
What's up, everybody, and welcome to the Steel Sanctuary Podcast. I'm your host, Dave Ribeiro from SteelSanctuary.com. The whole gang's here, Trent, Bob, and Dave. Guys, how's it going?
Wonderful. Fantastic.
Let's kick off the podcast with a little AFC North coaching news. The Ravens finally picked their coach, Minter. He was on the Steelers list, but never... Did he even get a virtual interview? He didn't even get a virtual interview, right?
I don't think he did.
Not that I know of.
I don't think he was actually on the list. I think the media put him on the list.
That's possible, too, I guess.
That's a good point, Bob. I think you're right.
Yeah.
Jesse Minter of, I know, Trent's not Trent's favorite guy, a former Michigan DC when they won the national championship.
He'll fit that culture perfectly. Cheating bastard going right to a fucking shit-ass team. That should fit him just perfectly.
All right. And we're off.
I wasn't a big Minter fan either. I
wouldn't either.
I wasn't really too thrilled with him being on the Steelers list, so I'm happy he went to Baltimore, to be honest.
Yeah, I think we have definitely, depending on who we end up with, of course, I think we have guaranteed ourselves another, hey, I'm smarter than everybody else guy. And that's exactly what we want coaching the Ravens, because John Harbaugh has helped us out tremendously over the last 5 years with being smarter.
He's not wrong.
Than Mike Tomlin.
Yep.
That is very true. On the other side of the coin, the Cleveland Browns have been turned down by 4 different coaches. They don't even want to interview with the Browns. What a shit show. I got the list right here. It's Minter, Shula, Harbaugh, and McDaniel all said thanks but no thanks to the Cleveland Browns. Didn't even take an interview. What does that say about them? You don't even see one coach turn a job down. Never mind 4.
Well, if you're McDaniels, you're gonna get one more shot.
Yeah.
And you had better fucking choose wisely. And choosing the Browns would guarantee he would never, ever, ever. He might not even get hired as a coordinator if he chose the Browns.
I mean, that's a good point. It's the Browns is like it's the death of a coach, like literally.
It can be. I mean, Stefanski lasted a while there, but
well, if you think about it, though, if you're McDaniels, then you get to go there and have Quinshon Judkins. That's pretty fucking good. And his run schemes, that would have been an interesting combo. I just don't. I agree with him. Where, hey, question for you though, what's the bigger shit show, Cleveland or Buffalo?
Buffalo's just a train wreck.
I don't even know what to say about that. That's nuts.
That's a train wreck. And they're interviewing frickin' what's his name?
Philip Rivers.
Rivers.
I put it out there. He's
Rivers.
got to be the only person in the world who's ever coached a high school football game, thrown an NFL touchdown, and then potentially coach an NFL game in a 12-month rolling cycle.
Well, who does Philip Rivers have pictures of? Who's getting jobs and quarterback jobs and head coaching interviews? What?
I like his confidence. He's just like,
Holy
I'm fucking
shit,
here.
guys.
Let's do this.
And the way that all ended with the owner saying they're fighting over who blew Keon Coleman, that draft pick. It's just a mess.
That was insane. Boy. Like, what were they?
Crazy.
Like, I mean, I get it. Like, we like people to be like honest about things, but you never should be that honest. Like, don't keep that shit in house, bro. Like, what are you doing?
And you better make damn sure there's not a video of your GM out there talking about how he's glad he ran slow so they would be able to draft him.
Well, I think a little bit of that could be too that the coaches all wanted Coleman, so he had to say good things about Coleman, or he had to make believe he was on board, even though maybe he wasn't. I don't know. Obviously, I don't know any of those people too well, so I that could be anything. But it's just a shit show.
All this time, we've been convinced that like the Bills organization is very well run. It's a really solid organization.
And for the most part, they seem like that. But now you're like,
what the hell? You fire McDermott and now you become a shit show? Like, it's just weird, man. Really weird.
I don't have a problem with them firing McDermott. He should have been gone a long time ago.
No, but
He's
they
terrible.
did that, and now it's like nuts. It's just strange.
The fans are out there. I started a petition on X to get him rehired. What do you want that guy back for?
I mean, he's been the only successful coach they've had there since the 90s.
It's
a safe space, man. Where it's all good in Pennsylvania.
All right, some other news.
I think.
Oh, got it. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Trent,
I was going to say, I still think the Cleveland situation's worse because of the Deshaun Watson thing.
Oh, yeah.
Over their head.
Oh, that's worse. They don't have a quarterback. It's worse.
Hey, wait a minute. They got Shador.
Oh, stop it, Bobby. That ship has sailed.
I mean,
please.
He was okay. I mean, let's hope they're dumb enough to go and not draft one. I mean, there is no one for them to draft. I mean, honestly, if they pick Ty Simpson, I don't know that Ty Simpson could beat out Shador Sanders. I really don't. And that's how bad I think Ty Simpson is.
I may actually agree with you on that one.
I don't.
Trent dipped.
I don't know.
I think he was lagging.
I think he couldn't handle the idea of Shador versus Simpson, and he just bailed. I think
Too bad quarterbacks, he couldn't take it.
He's like, it's too much.
Yeah, I was going to say, Dave, I think on the draft show on Sunday, I think we're going to trade some places here. Last year you were Mr. Jackson Dart, and I was for Shador, of course. And, on the surface, as of right now, you seem to be winning that one. But I feel like Trent is going to battle us very hard on Mr. Trinidad Chambliss, which we'll talk about in depth.
You think he is? He's already dug in with both feet.
That's a really good prediction, Bob. I don't know where you got that from.
Going out on a limb here.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
Other Steelers news, and this one is very concerning. Andy Weidel interviewed with the. They're dropping like flies here. What the fuck is going on?
I don't like. Everybody can't handle like this episode. We're just. I don't know. This has turned into Survivor.
So, Dave, me and you again, like all times.
Let's go. All right.
I don't know if I should wait for them. Let's talk about the Andy Weidel thing a little bit. Dave, this really concerns me. You know my feelings on Omar Khan. I'm not the biggest fan in the world. This is the two we're coming up on probably the two most important drafts for the Steelers in 50 years.
Yes.
They've got like 10.
50's a stretch.
Well, look.
Christ.
They've got 12
50?
or 13 picks this year, right? 12 picks.
Yeah. I mean,
and then
I get it. Yes.
Presumably next year they're going to get their quarterback. So maybe since the Ben Roethlisberger draft then. This is the most important draft. Okay, we got Trent back?
Trent's back. So I don't disagree because of the fact of how many picks we have.
That's what I'm saying.
Right. With the how many picks we have, and it's at the same time all this is going on with it. It's a new beginning. Yep. So yeah, I agree. It's just that we don't have a coach yet. So this is one of those things where you're like impatient, but they need to be patient because we don't want them to screw this fucking hire up.
No. No, this is a huge hire.
I personally, I'm fine with them taking their time. Bill Cowher was talking about how they needed to pick a coach or something. Did you hear about this?
Nah. They gotta wait. They gotta wait for the Rams.
And I love Bill Cowher. I love the man to death, but Bill, be quiet. Like, no. They need to wait. Wait until this Rams Seahawks game is over and make sure you get those other guys in for interviews. Don't jump the gun and make a mistake you're going to pay for. Like, you got to nail this hire because the repercussions of this is astronomical.
Yeah.
It goes from getting the coach in here, knowing the guys he wants, and he's got to get with Omar and get with Weidel. Weidel's still around to make these picks of who they want. So make the right pick. Don't jump the gun and regret it.
Trent, can you hear us?
Yeah, I hear you fine now. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. I brought up when you.
I felt like it was like delayed or something. I kept like getting like loops and things. So I had to restart.
So I brought up the Andy Weidel interview with Atlanta, and I just brought up the point that these next two drafts coming up are among the most important drafts the Steelers have had in a very long time. Like I told Dave, you got 12 picks in this draft, and presumably you're picking your starting quarterback in 27.
Yeah.
So losing at Andy Weidel to me is about the worst case scenario that you can possibly have, because there's no doubt he's been a big part of their drafts, and they've
He
drafted well
sets
the
the
last 2
draft
years.
board for them. He
Yeah.
sets
Yeah.
So
the
losing
draft
that
board
guy
is
now
flipped.
with all the other turmoil
Well,
is bad.
It's hard to argue that it could be anything but catastrophic in that sense, though, because like he really think about what he's done with the Eagles. I mean, he was a big part of that, building the Eagles roster out the way it looks right now. And I mean, think about this. We talk all the time, and I know like we go back and forth about the Colbert Kahn thing, but at the same time, look at the drafts they've put together with him and Kahn working together.
Oh, boy.
The drafts that they've put together since have been fantastic. It's hard to argue against that. So, like, Luke,
You're
you're
going in and
breaking
out
up,
again,
Trent.
Trent.
there's it was reported all week long. Noah and Kaboli did a lot on this and on the shows this week. They don't want to lose Andy Weidel, but it's the cupboard isn't bare. There, they feel very strongly they have 2 or 3 guys who can step into the role, including one Mr. Kevin Colbert's son, who is well thought of, who may be able to step in and set the draft board. So, do they want to lose Andy Weidel? Absolutely not. And ultimately, and Kaboli, which take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah, I don't believe anything Kaboli says, to be honest.
Well, he says he thinks he's a year away. They've got to show without Tomlin that they can continue to put it together and have success for the new coach. If they do that, then Weidel's got a good shot at getting.
Without Tomlin, they may do better.
They could do better. So here's my pitch. Make Omar Khan president of football operations. Give him a promotion and make Andy Weidel the general manager, which he
I
should
saw
have been
that
all
today.
along.
I saw somebody brought that up today.
Somebody else brought that up? I didn't see it.
Yep.
Well,
Do that and secure Andy Weidel.
they're kind of co-general managers now, though. I mean,
Yeah,
Omar
but they're
has.
not.
Well, they are from Omar's perspective. They are, because he reached out to him immediately. Remember,
Yeah.
they were in competition for the job. They
I
both
know.
interviewed for the Steelers job.
But clearly Andy Weidel doesn't think that way, because he's interviewing for other jobs. So he doesn't
Well-
feel like he's
well-
a co-general manager.
Well, of course he's interviewing for other jobs. If somebody says, "Hey, we're going to give you the whole thing," you'd be dumb not to. It's just, the rumor is it's a year or 2 away. Plus, let's be honest. Do you really want that job? I mean, if you're going to take one job leaving here, don't you want to go get a big job?
Well, if nobody else is offering,
Yeah, you take the job that's available.
He's going to, and then if he turns it around, he
I mean,
looks amazing. Like
That team's got a pretty good base of players right now. It probably needs just a few. They need a quarterback, basically.
Right.
So
Yeah,
there's too much. There's just too much turnover with Tomlin leaving.
And they got
a new
pieces
coach
too. Let's not forget they do have pieces. So
Atlanta, absolutely they do.
So
Yeah, they're about a quarterback away from really contending.
Yeah, but does Omar really want to go? I mean, look, Arthur Blank's a nice guy, and his players all speak nicely of him. But what the fuck is that guy ever won? They fire coaches every 2 or 3 years. I don't. Yeah, and as far as Atlanta's concerned, they do have a quarterback. They think Michael Penix is the answer.
The last GM did. That's why he's fired. I think the new GM's going to make, that's why they fired the GM in the first place, because they signed a terrible quarterback and they drafted a terrible quarterback in the first round. That's why that guy doesn't have a job anymore.
Well, interesting question. I don't love Michael Penix. But
no,
if all of a sudden Omar goes there, and hey, we're getting
Andy
a quarterback.
You mean Andy?
Or, yeah, if Andy Weidel goes there and he trades and he wants to trade him, I'll take him.
No, I don't like Michael Penix. Not a fan.
I don't want
Penix
Weidel
or
to
Malik
go.
Willis.
I don't want Weidel to go, and I don't want Penix either. I don't want either. Nope.
I'm with you, Dave. I want Weidel to stay. Just I don't know. They probably won't do that, but I think that makes the most sense.
I think it's an
Secure
amazing
Andy Weidel
idea.
now.
If that'd be good enough, like if he just wants to have that GM title,
Penix sucks. Cousins is the answer. Cousins is 84 years old and he sucks.
Neither
he's
one is
always
the answer.
sucked. Yeah, he's always
Neither one's the
sucked.
answer.
He's never won a big game. Trent has won more big games than Kirk Cousins.
Yeah. So let's hope Andy Weidel doesn't go anywhere. I mean, He had his interview yesterday, and he left the building. So
Right.
hopefully that's a good
So-
sign. I mean, I don't know how many people Atlanta's fucking interviewing at this point.
Yeah, it's
He's the
kind
only
of
one
like
I've heard of.
Yeah.
everybody else is kind of the opposite of the Steelers in this search. They don't happen very often, but the Steelers are going to interview everybody. They're going to interview everybody. They're not going to be rushed. If somebody says, "You give me the job or I walk," well, get the fuck out of the building. Then we'll find
Well,
somebody else.
We did think that they were going to interview everybody, but they've kind of narrowed it down to 5 people now.
Well, I don't be surprised if, because Clint Kubiak has that weird clause in his contract. I don't think he's taking the job anyway, but don't be surprised if he gets an interview after Seattle's eliminated, because he cannot interview anybody. He can't even Zoom interview until he does.
Okay, you just answered that question for me. I was wondering if he had some kind of clause I've been hearing about where he cannot do anything until what, after they're eliminated, period?
Yeah, he's not talking to anybody. He can't.
So he can't even do virtual like these other guys did.
Yeah,
You're giving me hope, Bob. You're giving me
I hadn't
hope.
heard that.
It's false hope, but you're giving me hope. Oh,
There's some kind of, I heard it reported a couple times. Florio talked about it, where he has some clause where he can't.
I heard on the Depot podcast, they said that there's weird stipulations with the NFL rules. You can only interview coaches that are still in the going into the playoffs up until the wild card games start, which the Steelers couldn't because they still had a coach. And then now that the wild card games have started, now you can't interview. So it kind of fell into a weird crack where they couldn't interview him either way. So there is still hope that they could interview Clint Kubiak at some point.
Yeah, actually, he can't interview in person. They're saying, well, at least Google's AI is saying that it's technically he has done Zoom interviews for the Falcons and the Raiders, which ain't taking either one of those fucking jobs.
Because those two teams were out of the playoffs, so they could interview him before the wild card game started.
Yeah.
okay.
I mean, personally, there's a rumor that because of the storm, that depending on what happens with the Rams Seattle, that the Steelers brass is going to fly to Los Angeles to interview Shula and Shieldhouse.
That'd be incredible.
Well, they're going to interview those guys, whether, who they
That's
pick.
my feeling. My feeling is they're just waiting for the shoe to drop. They get eliminated, and then they can fucking do their thing and be done with it. That's
All right,
what
since we're on it, let's talk about it. Kaboli came out this week and said McCarthy is a serious candidate for the job.
yeah.
And I think it was reported somewhere else too that McCarthy is a serious candidate. He's gotten a second interview. Man, I don't think McCarthy's a bad coach, but I don't think he's right for Pittsburgh. I don't think he's right. I mean, he's what? In his 50s at least, right?
He's sick. I thought they said
He's 63.
63.
62.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, no
I
fucking
just
way.
I don't see it.
Where
I
is
only
this?
think
Good.
good, guys.
I was going to say, I only see it one way, is if they lose Shula, they're not blown away, and Art says, well, fuck it. We'll give it to him. He's a Pittsburgh guy.
Yeah.
He's only going to be here for 3 or 4 years, max. And I'll let my son pick the long-term guy. That's the only way I see it. That's why I would say he is choice, and he's a bad choice number 3, but he's choice 3 at this point. It's Shula, mystery candidate, and McCarthy. I think is the last resort.
Oh, what about Anthony Weaver? He's had 2 interviews too now, and there's people saying he's a strong candidate.
Well, if you watch
I
his
don't-
press conference, yeah,
I don't see it. This guy's done nothing.
except
To
for call
warrant-
for violence on the football field, which I really loved. I watched that and was like, yes, no, I don't want a guy who wins the press conference. Never mind.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, they won with violence on the football field in Miami this year, as he ranks like 26th and 28th in every fucking category.
and
Well,
that's his only claim. He was a defensive line coach for the Ravens under McDonald, who's a great coach of Seattle now, and Wade Martindale, who's a
he's
great
a little-
defensive coordinator too. So you're going to give him credit for those Ravens defenses? No.
Well, he's a little bit older. than what they normally do. He's in his 40s, not his 30s. But that being said, there's no denying the guy has a little charisma to him. It's just a matter of what does he know and what's he going to do. I mean, let's face it. Trent's making fun of him for Miami's defense. But if you stand up there in front of the whole room and we're going to do violence and we're going to get the ball, and then Mike McDaniel comes out there and says, "Okay, guys, remember to listen to what Anthony said."
Is he a better head coach than I don't know. I don't know if I'd even say that.
We don't. I mean, he's the CEO head coach. It really just depends. Cowher was a great CEO head coach. Tomlin was a lousy CEO head coach. It just if you're going to be a CEO, you better be able to attract fucking talent.
Yeah, we don't know if he's a good CEO coach or not, or if he's just like another Mike Tomlin who's going to pick bad coordinators and just rah the team up.
That's the risk.
Yeah, when he's telling cool stories, I'm like, oh, great. We can look forward to Weaver isms. And all the different little cool stories he's going to fucking tell. Exactly. I don't give a fuck about that shit.
Yeah.
If it's not Shula or Shieldhouse at this point, dude, I'm going to be very, very disappointed. I'm going to tell you right now.
But I'm not going to lie. When I watched the clip, I was like, oh, yeah.
No, I get it. And I'm sure he's good in the locker room. And I'm sure, maybe I'm shortchanging him. Maybe he'll be a good head coach today. But I don't know. And I know Tomlin didn't do anything before he got the job. He was only a coordinator for 1 year, too.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. I don't know. You got lucky with Mike Tomlin. You got lucky that he turned out as good as he was.
Shula has to turn this job down before it's not Shula. I mean, I'm sure you guys covered that in the middle of me restarting 14.
No, we didn't. We haven't got to Shula yet.
But I mean, like, if it's not him, like, I just unless Art is just so hell bent on trying to win one before he gives up the reins, I don't understand how McCarthy could even be in the picture. Because if you're selling me that McCarthy could bring back Aaron Rodgers, well, great. Are you picking a head coach based on a 43-year-old quarterback? Fucking seriously? Is that seriously in the thought process? Because I've seen people make that argument. I'm like,
that's the argument. That's the argument.
Why?
McCarthy.
But why? Who cares?
So we can lose in the first round again.
Options.
Well,
so we can lose in the first round again.
It's not like the guy isn't a quarterback whisperer, though. I mean, he's had success with other quarterbacks besides Aaron. I mean,
does he? You Dak, who you hate.
I do hate Dak, but you can't deny the guy put up stats for him.
He's a good offensive coach. I'm not going to say he's not. He's a good up, but and he was pretty successful in Dallas, right? They didn't have 3 straight 11-win seasons.
12
under him. 12.
Yeah.
He's a decent coach, but he's 60-something years old, and he hasn't coached in 2 years.
But how many big games did he win during those seasons? He choked. Does it sound familiar? Does it sound familiar?
Yeah. No. Yes.
Yeah. I'm good.
McCarthy chokes later in the playoffs. I mean,
but still, he chokes later in the playoffs because he had prime Aaron Rodgers his whole career in Green Bay.
To me, look, there's 2 groups that, even with injuries, are always successful, and it's that Rams group under McVay, and it's that 49ers group under Shanahan. Last year, there were so many injuries, 49ers couldn't overcome all of them. But they still were competitive for a little while. And then this year, they did it too.
Yeah, with garbage guys who came off the,
when you show me what those 2 groups do, even when they have tons of injuries or a young defense or nobodies or what, they still find a way. Those are the guys I want. I want somebody from one of those 2 groups because they've seen how it's done and done right. Period.
Okay, I've got a pet peeve that has been going on all week, and you just brought it up for me.
Good.
Okay, how the fuck did it turn into a negative that, what if we hire this coach and he brings a coordinator with him and he's good, he'll leave? That's called a fucking coaching tree. Yeah. You want that. The best look, I love Chuck Noll, but the best coach of coaches we ever had was Bill Cowher. And there's never, they'll leave and it'll be dry. No, it fucking won't, because the guy under him is going to learn and move up. The guy can attract talent. He attracts smart people. Yeah. What the fuck? What are we doing?
Right.
Jeremy, this is a hard no for me. This is a hard no. McDermott.
No.
McDermott is Mike Tomlin. And go back and listen to the last podcast if you want.
Yeah,
we don't.
It's just we can't do this again. He's exactly the same as Mike Tomlin. A good defensive coach who can't win big games, and he's had one of the best quarterbacks in football the last 5
Right.
years, and he couldn't win.
Right.
Never mind.
Nope. So
I would.
Kubiak's been on my list since the beginning of this whole thing, but is it interesting that other teams aren't waiting on him?
That
And
is
he's not-
kind of interesting.
He's not
right?
being rumored right now to Pittsburgh. I mean, there's people who want him here, but it's more fan base people. It's not even like anything coming from the team. Like
Yeah.
I don't know if I understand that completely, because look what he's done with that Seattle offense this year.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't want that guy in your building.
Right.
And what happened to
gotta be
Clay
more behind
Kubiak?
the scenes?
They didn't even interview Clay, right? Did that
Clay
just,
did a virtual. I
Virtual,
thought.
do a
I
virtual?
think.
Yeah.
He didn't get a second interview though. Not yet.
No.
I think reality is starting to set in with some of these guys too, like Udinsky, who I like, Shieldhouse, and Clay Kubiak. It's great that you're a perceived offensive genius, but you're not even in charge of a fucking position group. Okay, look, show us something. That's why there was some rumors that, hey, if you hire McCarthy, maybe he goes and hires Shieldhouse as his offensive coordinator and develops him. If I'm Shieldhouse and I'm about to get a job, I'm going to go work for Mike McCarthy
Well, I was
instead of
gonna
stay with Sean McVay.
I was just gonna say, if I could live with that, if they hired McCarthy and told me he was bringing Shieldhouse with him,
I would be.
Maybe-
I would feel
yeah,
better.
I could kind of live with that.
Yeah.
With the understanding that, look, you can't go anywhere else. You're going to be the head coach when McCarthy retires, because I don't want to have Shieldhouse for 1 year and then lose him too, get stuck with McCarthy. But
And you got to look, who you hire is going to matter because they're going to try to attract talent. But you've also got to have a guy who's going to talk an offensive coordinator into, okay, look, I know we don't have a quarterback, but if you come here and call plays and we actually do pretty good, you'll get a job.
I got this kid named Will Howard. I mean, up and comer, like A+ draft pick. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I was assuming that's what you were getting to. My bad, Bob.
Yeah. And, oh, gosh, Will Howard. Trent and I talked about it in the war room. I'd really rather have Stetson Bennett, and I don't think much
Oh
of
my
Stetson
God.
Bennett.
oh, come on, don't do the Stetson Bennett thing again.
Jesus Christ.
Anyway,
Well, if we're
have you
going to
guys
go
heard-
national champions, he's got two.
All
Will Howard's
right.
got
All
one.
right. All right. That's fair. That's fair.
Speaking of undersized quarterbacks,
Have you guys heard what that lineage of pass game coordinator from the Rams under McVay? It's Zach Robinson, who's the OC, was the OC in Atlanta. The Bengals head coach
Taylor.
and Liam
Taylor.
Cohen.
Taylor.
And Liam Cohen.
And Liam Cohen. I mean, that's,
They were all passing game coordinators under
dude.
McVay.
2 out of 3, pretty good.
Who's the one you don't like?
Yeah. I was gonna
And
say,
it's not that I don't like Zach Robinson, but let's face it, that coaching staff got fired.
Yeah, but he was
That-
just the OC. He wasn't the. And I think he's gotten a job
He's
somewhere
still
else.
He already got hired.
He
For
got
example-
rehired already.
for
Yeah,
example,
he-
Clint
he already got hired.
Kubiak got fired from the Saints, but he was the OC. So
What did he land
But-
on, Trent?
I'm trying to think of that. I was trying to think of
I
that
guess.
actually. Commanders? Does that sound
Maybe
right?
it was the Commanders.
That's interesting.
So
I feel like it was the Commanders, but I don't.
what as the
But that
OC?
is-
I thought
I think-
Kingsbury.
I-
yeah,
No,
I can't think.
Kingsbury's
Cliff is
gone.
out. Cliff
Okay.
was
He's
out.
gone.
I'm pretty sure Zach. I could be 100% wrong. I'm like 90% sure though.
I know he got
was
hired. I
Commanders.
know he's got a job now.
Hmm.
So I'm all in on Shieldhouse. Give me that pass game coordinator, and that's not even counting guys like KOC and others that have been under McVay on the offensive side of the ball and gone on to be fucking great coaches. So I'm all in.
We talk about Clint Kubiak though. There's not Flores level whispers, but there are whispers he doesn't play well with others.
Clint?
Let's.
Clint,
Really?
yeah.
Really?
That's
Wow,
interesting. I
I
hadn't
didn't
heard
know
that.
That's why a couple of teams are kind of,
Hmm.
okay, whatever. You don't want our job, no problem.
Well, you saw
What?
that. Which coach was it when I talked about Flores today?
Yeah,
Was
I was going to
like-
bring that up next. Patton,
Who was that?
not Andy Patton. What the hell's his name?
Patino.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
They worked together in Minnesota, and they asked him about Brian Flores, and he's like, "I'm going to take the high road, and we don't see eye to eye." And I heard some people on Twitter say, "Well, Pettit's not exactly a Patton, I think it is, isn't a great easy guy to get along with too." And I would, if that was the only thing we've heard about Flores, I'd be like, okay, maybe not. But we've heard he was an absolute disaster in Miami, like all the coaches hated him in Miami. So
The only
Clearly.
people that liked him apparently was Pittsburgh. That's it.
Yeah.
well, that's Mike Tomlin.
Well, if you read some of the stuff, there's the front office liked him a lot too.
And the
Yeah.
Once he got there,
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
I saw
yeah,
the thing.
yeah. When he was in
I
the
saw the
building.
thing on whatever that show was, and they were interviewing Tomlin about it, and he said he had open dialogue with Flores for a while, and he said, "Give me 24 hours, I'm going to talk to management," and then he went and talked to Art, and Art's like, "All right, whatever you want to do," and so it took like 15 minutes. So it was mostly Tomlin.
It was.
did it.
He walked in, said, "Art, I want to bring him in," and
Yeah.
Art said, "Okay." Period.
well, is it just me, or is there a weird fascination since he's got this reputation that you're bringing Antonio Pierce as his linebackers coach, and let's see who gets into a fight on the sideline first.
Jesus.
Well, I mean, I don't know.
All right.
I don't want anything to do with Pierce or
No.
I don't
like
like.
Flores. I like Flores.
I'm just going to put it this simply. I do not want a retread coach. Anybody who's been a head coach who is not a head coach, I don't want you on my team. There's a reason you're not a head coach in the NFL, so that excludes McCarthy, McDermott, Flores, all from the conversation right off the jump, right? So, like, just get that out of the picture. Go with one of the freaking dudes from the Rams. Take your pick. I don't care. If Kubiak has an issue, maybe that's why Bob might have just answered my question from earlier about Kubiak. Maybe that's why teams are
I
not
hadn't
waiting
heard
on
that,
this
but
guy.
yeah.
If that's something that's out there, then maybe that's why they're not waiting for him. So go ahead and go with the guy. I think I said this. I can't remember which show we were talking about this on. It was either Monday or Tuesday's show. If you get Shieldhouse a year early, who cares? We ain't got a fucking quarterback anyway.
Yeah.
What's he going to fuck up this year?
Yeah.
He's going to learn
Exactly.
the ropes of how to be an NFL head coach. The second season, when you draft your quarterback, he's ready to roll. Bring in a veteran guy who has been a head coach in the past, a guy who's a DC or something who's not really going to be a head coach again. Raheem Morris in the picture, maybe. Like, bring in a guy like that who can help him through some of this stuff. Like, or
Well,
Shula.
But
Rick
wait
said
hold on, wait a second though. What about a guy like Belichick who is a retread?
No, no.
Not for the job now, but to say now I don't want retreads, that worked out pretty fucking well
I
for
see
New
what you're saying.
England.
I see what you're saying.
I mean,
Yeah, but yeah.
and if it was
I-
today,
it's a-
would Belichick have even sniffed that job? Because, well, probably still because of the Parcells
He was still young,
connection.
wasn't he? Or young-ish, I guess.
He was still young. Yeah, he was still pretty young. Gruden is a no for me also. I just think I listened to him on
When's
Barstool.
the last
and
time he was in the league?
Yeah, he's a whack job. He's nuts.
That's the way he's always been, though.
Yeah, well,
I mean,
I don't know. That doesn't seem like a Rooney type of guy, for sure.
I'm good.
Gruden's not. Gruden's lawsuit is going to pay, and Flores' lawsuit is probably going to pay. Flores at least got right back in. Gruden, I don't think Gruden can get back in. But that being said, at least he's getting consulting gigs now with teams. The guy does know offense.
He does.
I mean, let's
but-
be fair. He knows what he's fucking talking about.
The way I look at it, guys, is the Steelers have a formula that's worked for 60 fucking years. And it's go with a young, up-and-coming coordinator. It's just that the times have changed a little bit where you don't need to go defensive all the time. It might
go
be
offense.
wise
Mhm.
to go offense because the times have changed. But if you go with the young coordinator as defensive coordinator that can bring the young offensive guy with him, my dream is to get Shula and Showhouse. That's my dream. If
I think
I
that's the
get
best case
both
scenario.
of them, I'm going to be amped to get both those guys. I
You're-
really am.
If you get a guy who's never been a head coach before, you have got to get a head coach on the staff. And I do think they would go to Raheem Morris for the defensive
amazing.
coordinator.
Bob, that'd be amazing.
Yeah,
But-
that's a good setup. with those
But
three.
you do have a guy who you're bringing in with at best an inexperienced quarterback, and you're asking him to call plays for the first time. I don't know. I want
This guy's been on the McVay for 3 years. He's not going to have a problem calling plays. I don't think. I really don't. I find that.
They're calling him the
They're gonna
next
have to
McVay. I mean,
Yeah.
I would think if you're
Well,
getting
they're
called
only
calling
calling him
you're
that
ready.
because he's in line. He's
Yeah,
the
but
guy
he's
who's
pretty
got the
impressive when he
position.
talks too. It's
Yeah,
not just that.
They were
It's-
the reports
Yeah.
are they were blown away by Showhouse. they were blown away by him.
I heard the Browns were blown away by him, but
Well, the Browns
They
didn't
just-
get. never
he's
mind.
not. And,
Ultimately, you're turning over the franchise to a young guy who doesn't know how to call plays. But then again, you know,
did Tomlin know how to call plays? It's arguable.
but you're turning it over to an offensive guy.
Yeah.
And
Plus,
bear
he
in
didn't call
mind,
plays because we had
yeah,
Yeah.
not to mention the fact, hey, by the way, you can come to the job, but your offensive coordinator is Bruce Arians, your defensive coordinator is Dick LeBeau, and shut the fuck up and just stand on the sideline and motivate the guys.
that's when he was at his best.
Yeah,
It really
Believe it or
was.
not.
it was.
Believe it or not.
He was amazing.
Am I missing anybody? We got the Flores. We got Weaver.
How about
Um,
Baldy?
Oh, thank you.
Cristobal?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh god damn.
Baldinger saying that Mario Cristobal could be. Cristobal apparently is a lifelong Steelers fan, which we didn't know. Apparently, he tried to get the Pitt job at one point and didn't get it. So he's been around town a little bit.
Yeah, well,
I got to be honest. I've never been really impressed with Cristobal in college.
yeah. My crystal ball says that Baldy's full of shit.
He heard something. He's
I
not
don't-
the type of guy to throw stuff out there. So I don't know if it's just Cristobal's
Jeremy's
agent.
like, who? Look,
Mario Cristobal, national championship. I don't know if you missed that, right, buddy. He was in the game. He lost, but
I'd like to know what Gary means by maintain integrity. No, Morris, Belichick, McCarthy. Morris would only be considered for DC if Shula's in town. I am not aware of any issues surrounding Mike McCarthy.
no, Morris doesn't have any issues that I know of.
Yeah,
Mario Cristobal is so fucking good that he couldn't stay at Oregon, and look where they are now.
oh, are you big on him, Trent?
No, he's fucking
no,
terrible. We got booted out of
Oh,
fucking
okay.
town.
I was like, let's calm down.
He didn't get.
You're,
He didn't
you're
get
at
fired,
10.
did he?
I
He
need
is
you
so
down to
garbage,
3.
dude.
Relax.
Mario Cristobal is
Speaking of
overrated.
speaking of dumbass coaching suggestions, did anybody catch Doug Whaley, who I fucking hate?
Dude, he's a moron.
He says if you hire Shieldhouse, then somebody should insist that they hire Alex Van Pelt as the quarterback's coach to guide that young man. I was like,
Huh?
Alex Van Pelt? Are you fucking kidding? What is it?
Why?
Just pick a Pitt player and he's got to be on the coaching staff? What's Kenny Pickett doing?
Oh my
Let's
God!
make him
Is
the
that
OC.
why?
Doug Whaley's an idiot. Did he get? He got interviewed for the Steelers GM job when they
He
when
did.
they he did, right? He got
And
interviewed.
they
I don't
went,
understand
no,
it.
thank you.
There's a
He's,
reason why
um,
he hasn't been interviewed by
yeah.
anybody else.
He was a GM in Buffalo for a little while, right? And got fired.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Do you guys like anyone just asking?
We
Yes,
already
I love
gave our
Chris
guys that we
Shula.
like.
Vaughn, Shieldhouse, and Shula. That's
Yeah,
That's it. That's
Yeah.
the list.
the Rams
that's the
boys.
nomination.
Well, I like Clint, but I don't think
Yeah,
it's gonna happen.
I would
So,
be fine with Clint Kubiak too. I'll be
Personally,
honest.
I don't think Shieldhouse is leaving the Rams unless he gets a head coaching gig. I don't think anybody's bringing him with him anywhere.
we'll see.
It's possible.
OC is a promotion for him, so we'll see.
It is a
what happens.
promotion,
It is,
but
it is a promotion.
So
It's a promotion, but he couldn't get promoted at the Rams.
well, they've got
Not until the
they got
OC leaves.
LaFleur. Don't they got
Mike
LaFleur?
LaFleur there
Yeah.
as the offensive coordinator. Who's
Yeah. Which, speaking of which, how did if I'm Mike LaFleur, I'm really upset. I'm going to a microphone and going, how the fuck is my passing game coordinator ahead of me? I'm
So
the
it's
one who
funny.
calls the fucking offense.
It's funny. I brought him up. Remember a couple
You
weeks
did.
ago, and I did a little bit more digging and reading. Apparently, he is not very impressive in the interview room,
Ah,
and
Okay.
also people think he's not that great an offensive coordinator either. It's more McVay calling the shots than him. The article I read was intimating that he's there because he's brothers with someone who McVay likes a lot, and he's doing that guy a favor, basically.
Yeah.
wow.
Matt, he and Matt are brothers, right?
But yeah, he's Matt LaFleur's brother, and
Yeah.
and McVay's tight with Matt, and he's doing it. That's what the article insinuated.
But
Take
Interesting.
it for what it's worth. I was big on Mike LaFleur because He had been in both in San Francisco and in LA.
I'll
He worked for
take
both.
the Rams water boy at this point.
I was trying to let Dave finish, but I was cracking up reading that.
That's
Yeah,
a good point, buddy.
I could hold
That's a
it.
good point.
Oh man,
Let me ask you a question. Does Ben
No, just stop
demand
there.
an
no,
Does Ben demand an interview since Philip Rivers got one?
he ain't
Well,
demanding.
he can
shit.
demand anything he wants.
Ben already
He
said he
doesn't
doesn't
wanna
want an
coach.
interview on his own.
Yeah, he don't want it.
podcast.
Yeah,
He
he
didn't
just
want to coach.
Well, he's getting further away from it now. You know, maybe he's changed. His kids are getting. No, I don't think.
Have you listened to him carefully on the podcast? He's not that bright a guy.
yeah.
Who, Ben?
Who
Ben.
Ben?
Yeah,
What do you mean he's not that bright?
listen carefully to stuff. He just
Pump
regurgitates.
the brakes, Dave.
What
He
is-
just
what are we
regurgitates
doing?
everything
Hey,
that's
what
going
are
on
we doing
social
here?
media.
Ben
Making
has some,
shots at Ben. What are we
yeah.
doing?
Ben,
I'm not taking
Ben
shots
has
at Ben.
Ben
but
has some
he's not.
unique
He's not
takes.
coaching material, guys. He's not coaching
Well,
material.
I understand that, but he's not retarded either. Like,
I didn't call him retarded.
Well, you made it out like he wasn't a
He's
smart
like-
guy. Like,
He's not
you know,
he's not that smart of a guy.
jeez.
He's
Charlie-
listen.
Charlie
Does
Batch
he,
said
do
he
you
was-
listen to it? Does he come across as some guy that wow, that guy should be freaking drawing up plays? He's drinking beers and freaking horsing around. That's all
Dave's
Ben
over here
ever
going,
was.
Big Ben's retarded.
Well, do you
I don't
watch?
want to listen to him
Yes,
no
because he's
more.
got some pretty good points most of the time.
He
Jeez.
regurgitates other people's points, Bob.
No, he
I mean,
Ben has
I'm
had
not
his
gonna say
own
he doesn't
takes
have.
for 15 years.
I
gotta
mean,
admit,
he was
I
a
didn't
quarterback
see
in
us
the league
going
for a
down-
long time, so obviously he's got takes and they're going to be good. But
I didn't see us going down this road tonight.
We're off the rails.
all right, do any one of the
Completely.
three of you want him anywhere near a coaching job in Pittsburgh?
No, I don't.
All right.
I would want him as a
But-
quarterback's coach. I absolutely would.
But
Not
you
even
said
that.
he's not that smart, so
Not even that.
kind of like
No,
Wow.
What's he going to
Dave
teach
said he's
a
not
quarterback
that
how to
smart.
crush beers?
I know.
Charlie
that's what I'm talking to.
Charlie Batch said he's
Well,
one of the most.
Bob is trying to bring Stetson Bennett over here. They might be able to crush a ton of beers on the sidelines.
Maybe that came
Try-
out wrong. I don't mean that Bennett's not
Yeah, it did
smart, but
come
he's
out
not.
wrong.
What I meant was he's not involved.
He's not a head.
What's
He's
it-
not a
he's
coach.
not-
hold,
you know,
hold
he's-
on, hold on. Let's be fair. What's Ben most known for? Backyard football, drawn up
Yeah.
plays in the huddle. And Charlie Batch said he's one of the most intuitive play callers, and he was at his best when he was running the offense. And
But that doesn't translate to coaching.
Not always.
Yes, that
Sometimes
kind
it
of thing
does.
does translate to coaching. Look, he probably wouldn't take the job, but don't act like he couldn't do it. You know, you
I'm
think
acting like he
Philip
couldn't do it, 'cause
Rivers
he
is a
couldn't do
more intuitive play
No,
caller than
he's another
Ben?
one. No, he couldn't do it either. Neither one of them can.
Well, no,
Apparently-
Buffalo, he's going to get his chance.
Well, apparently Ben was ODing on Tylenol this whole time, according to Dave.
Yeah.
Dude. I'm sorry. He's Tom Brady light. He was in the film room all the time, crushing
No,
film.
but he wasn't. And that's why I said it could translate to coaching because he could stand out
He's
there
going to
and
show him how
look
not
and
to watch
say,
film. And if
no, he could stand out there and look and say, okay, this is what the defense is trying to do. So as a quarterback's coach, yes, I think he'd be awesome. Because he'd be telling a
We
quarterback
don't have a
on the
goddamn
sideline
head
what they're
coach, and we're
looking
sitting here
for.
talking about quarterback coaches. We need to fill out about 5 more positions before we get there.
I don't
CTE
think
took our boy. They took our boy.
I don't think that Ben's dedicated enough.
Ben's brain
And
is
he
gone.
probably, I bet you he would admit that to you in a truthful
Forget Ben coming on the pod.
way. Well, we could have forgot
Yeah.
that before any of these
That's fair.
comments. All right, let's
It
switch
was our
gears.
guest shot on football him too.
Oh,
Let's get to the Jay Glazer stuff because this is what I really want to get into.
oh yeah. This is-
Man, oh man. Jay Glazer was sent out with a mission, and that was to eviscerate the Steelers for Mike Tomlin. And boy, did he. And it's, if you listen to the thing, he was on the, what's the hell is the podcast there? Barstool. He was on the Barstool podcast. And I clicked it on because I heard that he said that Mike Tomlin's done coaching. And I'm like, I want to hear how exactly he said it.
He
And
stole my fucking take. That's what it is.
Yeah. The guys asked him a question about Buffalo. First they wanted to rank the jobs.
But they wanted
said-
to talk about Buffalo, and he was like,
Yeah, he didn't want to talk about Buffalo. He wanted to talk about how cheap the Steelers were and how, oh, no, that's not a great job. That's not a great job. That's not a great job. Buffalo and Baltimore are way better jobs than Steelers. The Steelers got to spend money was one of the quotes he had. They need to learn to spend money. And Mike Tomlin's been masking a lot of the stuff for the Steelers. I mean, if you look closely, you'd see Mike Tomlin's hand in Glazer's back.
And somebody should have had the balls to ask. Well,
That's not the podcast. Those guys don't rock the
Yeah,
boat
what-
like that.
But if they turned around and asked him and said, well, geez, do you think the fact that Mike Tomlin was getting paid more than almost every head coach in the NFL kind of limited the idea? Maybe if he took a little less, he could have hired some more coaches. Maybe they had a budget and they said, Mike, if we pay you 16, I mean, there's only so much to go around. And he was like, okay, well, I'll take my 16. Okay. I don't buy that bullshit. I really don't. I think, and some of this stuff where, the coaches are going to come in and say, can I hire coaches? Look, I was paying the last guy $16 million. I'm going to pay you $5 million. Hire whoever the fuck you want.
Well,
That's in theory.
to your point, you're right. They could hire 10 coaches and still save money on the coaching budget because Mike Tomlin was making so much money.
Correct.
But you guys know my feeling on Art Rooney and his cheapness. I didn't need Jay Glazer to tell me. Yeah. I was already there.
I was going to say, I could see both sides of this coin, to be perfectly honest with you, because I could definitely see the organization being cheap and not wanting to pay the extra coaches. I could also see Mike Tomlin saying, I don't need more voices in the room. I have one voice in this room, and I don't need anybody else to speak but me. Because we've been talking about this for so long. He's in charge of the offense. He's in charge of the defense. Nothing is ran without his approval. Nothing is even fucking schemed up without his approvals. So I could definitely see him saying, I don't need a pass game coordinator. I got it.
Yeah.
I thought he's made those kind of comments. I could have sworn he's made it.
Yeah,
Comments.
but is he making those comments to cover for the Roonies?
To cover
like
it,
Glazer's trying to say? Or is it actually,
Well, look, I mean, we already know that the facilities, they get what, a grade D or F?
Yep.
So, I don't know. There's never been grades put out there for needing more coordinators or not. But, yeah, I mean, Dave, we did this a long time ago where we did a long time ago where we were adding up how many coaches they had. And then I said, Jesus, look at the Chiefs, look at the 49ers, look at the Rams. They've got 40-something coaches to our 20-something. So
they always get their D's and F's or whatever. But, I think it's unfair. Look, we can blame Art for a lot. And I know Dave thinks he's cheap. But, I mean, I just can't see him because he let Tomlin run whatever the fuck he wanted. If Tomlin came in there and said, I'm going to hire 4 coaches, then Art's going to say, okay, well, I mean.
They did it with Flores, right?
Yeah.
They did it with Flores.
And Art had no trouble paying him. Say, sure, go on, go get him. Whatever you want to do, Mike. You want to hire coaches, no problem.
Right out of Tomlin's mouth, he said it took 5 minutes of conversation, and Art said, go for it. So here's my thing with this. Mike Tomlin leaves without a press conference. Just dips out, doesn't say anything to anybody. Just a week ago or 2 weeks ago, wasn't he on one of the NFL things saying, I can't imagine my life without coaching?
Rich Eisen show. That's why I thought he wasn't going anywhere. He said, I gotta have it. I gotta have it.
And then suddenly he's gone. And now you see this kind of hit piece from Glazer. This was clearly a breakup that wasn't going well. Whether the Steelers said, we're not picking up your option, and Tomlin said, well, fuck you, I'm leaving. Or some of these rumors that we heard maybe have some truth to it, and the Roonies didn't like that and wanted to part ways that way. I just don't – you can't tell me that this was just Mike Tomlin saying, I'm tired, I need a break, I'm not coaching anymore. I don't buy that for 1 second.
Well, remember, I told you, why did Rooney say that it was family-related, and Tomlin, it was noted, he said it was football-related. So why was there 2 different stories there?
Because
there was a breakup, and it wasn't amicable.
And Art was classy, and Tomlin obviously is fucking not.
Look, and I get pushback all the time. I say, why didn't Tomlin give a press conference to say goodbye, just to put a bow on things? And like, no, coaches don't get. A, he wasn't fired, so don't give me that.
Right.
And B, he's been the coach here for 19 years. Football's his life. The Steelers are his life. Blah blah blah. You don't give a press conference on the way out, saying thanks to the fans, thanks to the Roonies, thanks for this. Strange. I'm going to take some time away. Could have been a 10-minute press. He didn't even have to answer questions if he didn't want to.
He didn't even have to take questions. You could have just walked out and done a statement.
Yeah.
And look, fired coaches do the stand in front and say, oh, it didn't work out, but hey, good luck to the organization. And look, the more I think about this, the more it really pisses me off, because I know I see the things on X Dave where these people are like, he didn't know Pittsburgh shit. You know what? 19 years and $15-20 million a year. Yeah, you do fucking owe us to stand up there and say why you walked out and quit. Or at the very least, say, hey, look, I've decided to stop coaching. Good luck to the organization. I'll always be a Steeler. Walk the fuck out. No problem.
Yeah.
Stand up there and face everybody. It's such a pussy move. It really is. The more I think about it, it's such a pussy move.
Let
Bob,
me
Bob,
let
what
me
did you think
pose
of this? Oh, go ahead, Trent. Go first. Go ahead.
let me pose an alternative theory to that.
All right.
What if Tomlin wasn't given an option to do a press conference after the breakup? What if this was sweeping things under the rug to say,
Ooh,
hey,
I hadn't thought of that.
you're not going to do a press conference. You can tell the team goodbye. We're telling you goodbye. Maybe they didn't even tell him they were firing, but we're going to let you walk away with grace that it was your choice, but we're letting you walk away with grace.
Oh man, and that's why Tomlin's
and
mad.
now
He's
that
not-
is why he's
Yeah.
firing back in
This-
the media using Jay Glazer.
Ooh.
Yeah. He's definitely using Jay Glazer to get back at them. This didn't go down amicably at all. Something happened.
That's it. Put us on forensic files.
And
That's all.
I mean, that's my
figured
theory
out.
at this point. With all of this stuff coming out and him using Glazier, who's been a personal friend for such a long time.
Yeah.
And then like other guys are saying, oh, he's never going to coach again. He's never going to coach again. Well, like they're painting him as the good guy in this scenario, while also backhanded slamming the organization.
Yep.
While Art Rooney has not said a word about this, other than hey, he's stepping away for family. Like maybe he wasn't given the option to do a press conference. Maybe they just said, hey, we're walking
Puns-
away.
Pun's
luck.
arguing this point. Rooney openly admitted he wanted to run it back with Mike. He could be just saying that.
Yeah,
He's
I
saying
guess
the
the
right
that's
only rebuttal.
That's the right thing to say, though.
He's protecting Tomlin. He's
I agree.
protecting Tomlin.
And Tomlin shoved it right up his ass.
And he sure did.
Now you wonder, does Rooney have a mean streak? Does he let something slip to Dulac?
He doesn't.
You know?
But I tell you, his dad would have. His dad would have had a press
Yeah, I have a
conference
feeling.
immediately.
I was going
saying,
to say,
let's
I
talk
would
about
have
our
protected
ex-coach.
I mean, I don't know. AR2, I feel like maybe he's on opium or something. I don't get that.
Who was the Rooney that slammed? Was it Tomlin last
No,
year
it's his.
or
It's
the
his
organization?
fucking, no, it's his fucking brother who came out and said the mean is, oh, they're pretty good. Like, unless you're talking about a different Rooney.
I can't remember who.
Oh, it was the one that wrote the book. Is it the one that
Yeah.
wrote the book?
Yeah,
Oh man, I can't remember which Rooney that was.
It's
Jack
the brother.
Rooney?
he's
Does
kind of
that
like
sound
the
right?
distant-
Jack.
I don't know what his
I
name
forget.
is, but he's the brother.
But there's definitely something up. And if there was a good Pittsburgh writer somewhere, they should be digging this up. They should be interviewing people.
This
trying to
ain't
get in touch
over.
with-
well,
Someone's got to get on this.
let's
Well,
remember
Dresden
everything we learn about the organization
doesn't
when
like
these negative things come up. It's 10 years later.
That's
They
true.
ain't gonna. They close ranks. They're not gonna let
Jim
this get
Rooney.
out.
There you go. Thank
There
you,
it is.
Greg.
Craig got it.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless Tomlin puts it out there, the organization is not going to let it slip for at least 5 or 10 years.
And something else strange. Maybe Tomlin is done, which I doubt, which I highly doubt. Why aren't you jumping at this Buffalo job?
Hold on,
Unless
I'm looking
something's
for my
up.
file.
And you don't
Did
want
you watch them people talking today?
what is it?
Did you watch
Josh
them talking?
Allen.
Well,
No,
yeah,
no.
but you've got Josh Allen. You've got
Yeah,
Josh
yeah.
Allen. That's all you
I
need.
get it, but
Instantly, his credibility
yeah,
goes through the
the
roof.
rebuttal to that is though McDermott had Josh Allen, and look what happened. They haven't
Yeah,
won
I
jack
think
yet. So.
You want me to get on the next rabbit hole? What
Go
if he
ahead.
wants to fuck the organization and say, hey, you can kick my ass out the door. You ain't getting compensation. I'm sitting my ass out until you can't get it.
Well, that's till infinity. They have until he can't coach again without the Steelers getting compensation. He can't.
Wait,
That
so
goes
he
on
can't
forever.
wait till 28 when he's clear of the
No,
27.
he's not clear. He's got to fulfill that last year of his contract, or he's not clear.
I've seen both things. Mike Florio reported that it has to be in the contract stating that it stays until he comes back. And it may or may not be in there because, of course, we've argued and talked about this before on here. We don't see the coaching contract language. We don't know how it's drawn up. Some coaches might have that language in there. He may not. And if he doesn't,
I thought that was
to say,
just-
fuck it, I'm not coming back until that is up. And then I'm going to go where I want, and you guys ain't getting shit for me.
I could have swore that if you're under contract with a team, you have to fulfill the contract, or it just stays forever.
I think you're thinking of players. Players contracts, yes.
I
No, I
thought the
think
coaches
coaches
were
too.
too. That was my
I'm
argument
pretty sure of
before,
that.
because that's why I said don't pick up the second option. It makes no sense because you already got him until he comes back. But
Yeah,
now Florio is reporting that may not be true, depending on the length of the contract.
Pun's yelling.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Well,
No,
unless
that's
they
not
pick
true,
up the
Pun.
option.
That's
Yeah,
not true.
unless they pick up the option.
He's got to
And
fulfill
which
that
I-
last year of his contract, or he can't coach. He can
Y'all
go to
are trying
college.
turn us into Cincy. Why are we trying to turn it into Cincy? I don't understand what's
Black
Magic's
Magic
talking
is the Tomlin guy.
Yeah, we
I
hire
know
one
that,
coach
but-
every 20 years. Yep, we're the Bengals.
I mean, we didn't get rid of Tomlin; he got rid of himself, or
Yeah.
the
Or
the
maybe
Roomies
we
got rid
did.
of him. We wanted him gone, but I don't know.
I mean-
there's more to this story. I wish somebody would find out. There's all kinds of room, and he could clear this up because by not speaking, it just leaves us all to speculate, which is bad for him.
He doesn't
And it's
have
really
the
weird.
stones to get up and do it himself. He doesn't. That's why I'm not 100% sure he's going to take a TV job at this point either. I mean, he
Yeah.
may eventually get into TV, but I don't know if it's going to be this season.
It's kind of funny that he's trying to avoid attention. Why are you trying to avoid attention?
Yeah, I mean,
I
If-
still think
look,
there's more
if I-
behind the
if I-
scenes in the rumors too.
if I
What
was
is
the Steelers, I'd
There's
just to
rumors
stick
that
it
were
up.
going around.
Yeah,
I
should
still
stick
think
it up
there's
his
more
ass
behind the
and pick up
scenes
the
there
option.
too.
They should stick it up his ass and pick up the option.
I don't
They
think
really
they have
should.
to.
It
Honestly, I'm
depends
gonna
if they
look
need
into this
to.
more.
I just
I'm gonna look
I've
into
not
this
seen a definitive answer on that by anybody, but they may not need
Yeah, I
to.
haven't either.
I would do it on GP. Honestly, I would just pick it up and say, "Hey, Mike, good news. You're going to get paid for 2 years instead of 1." And then let
So,
him say,
Yeah, until he comes back and says, "I'm not getting traded anywhere. I want to be your coach, and you're going to pay me for whatever my contract was." For
"Oh
2
no,
years."
we'll pay you. We're going to pay you not to coach, Mike."
Or they could say, okay, you want to play hardball, you come back to coach, we're picking your coordinators. And he wouldn't
Yeah,
go for that for 1 second.
Yeah, and you're going to have a press conference and admit that the last 10 years are all your fucking fault.
Yeah, I
Thoughts
saw
and
that.
feelings.
I saw Steelers DB kind of vouch for Weaver. I don't know. Look, I don't know a lot about Steelers DB on I don't know if Trent, you know him a little bit.
Derek Bell, yeah.
Yeah, I don't really know him. I have a feeling he's overthinking it because I just don't. Show me the evidence where Weaver deserves to be a coach. You've got 1 year of tape of him as a DC, and it wasn't good. And I get he commands the room.
But in fairness, would anybody have been good with Miami's personnel?
Well, but this is my point, Bob, though. Shouldn't you have to earn head coaching interviews? Do you just get it? You didn't do well. What, because he speaks well in meetings?
Shula
just
took
don't
the
understand.
cheapest defense in the league and got him playing top
Yeah.
10, top 15. I mean,
I get you want a leader of men, and that's big for head coaches. And apparently Weaver's one of those guys. But man, show me something besides being the freaking Ravens defensive line coach.
Give me the guy
Yeah.
who could theoretically walk in day one and cut everybody over 28 and have a better defense this
and
year.
make it look well. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think DB. I mean, I know you posed this. The DB might be just doing this for clicks or something. I don't think he's that guy. Like, he's never come off as that guy to me. Like, not saying that you're accusing him, but you were like asking as a general question.
Yeah. I
Like-
wasn't accusing because again, I don't know the guy.
No, I don't think he's
Well,
that guy. I think that he's getting word from people who are like in the organization of things that the organization actually likes about him because they're pretty close. I mean, he's very close with Faribaugh too, who gets a lot of things
Yeah.
through guys in the organization. So I think he's probably getting some information, which probably then he starts looking into things and reading into things, and like you can talk yourself into something, even if
That's what
it's
that's
not
what
the
more
right
was.
thing.
I think he's talking himself into it, or
Yeah,
I don't know.
agree
If
with
you look at somebody hard enough, you can convince yourself they're going to be a good coach. You know, you can find ways to. I had the same argument. I had an argument with Kazora on Twitter, and he was like, you know, he's done this, and this. Weaver, that is, and I'm like, how is that good enough for a coaching interview? And he's like, well, I went into it in detail on my site. I'm not gonna. It's too long for Twitter. I'm like, I don't need to read your post. I know Anthony Weaver's what he's done in his career. To me, it's not.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan. I'm
And
not a
I-
fan.
And just for fun here, real quick, look, at this point, you have to believe all the hate's on Tomlin's side because he's the one leaking all this shit. Art was classy about it. If Art wakes up from his nap, maybe he'd get upset. But that being said,
Well, it's
I
I
wish
just
he would.
speculation.
I would be at this point, if you're going to be a bitch and be petty, okay, I can be petty right back, motherfucker. I can pick up your option. And Art is probably not going to be the one who does it, but if Omar is taking power, maybe Omar says, "Okay, you want to mouth off, motherfucker? Here, take this."
I just don't
Omar's
see it.
Omar's not even
I don't
thinking
think
Yeah,
about this at
without
this
killing
point.
Omar, those two guys are tight. Mike Tomlin and Omar are tight.
Yeah.
He's not going to do that to Mike
Yeah,
Tomlin.
I don't.
I mean, they were.
Yeah,
It-
the whole thing's pure speculation. I don't know.
Yeah, it all is.
Yeah.
But
It's all-
that's-
we're
when
not-
you don't
we're
do a
not-
press conference to explain, that's
If
all
he-
we have to do.
look, if Omar picks up his option, we know what's coming next.
I swear you just bring up Khan so you can roll that fucking clip. I swear you do it just to do that.
The
We'll
chat's
get-
already trying to get us a wide receiver coach in here. We got Heinz Ward and Randy
Yeah,
Well.
to your point, Trent, we need a head coach. Then we can start talking about
Yeah, that's what I'm.
I don't.
other coaches.
Randall Owen might be an OC here pretty soon. I don't think you're looking at him as a wide receiver coach.
I'm sorry. Can I be honest?
He's ready to go, isn't he?
I hate this. All former players should be this or that. I'm so sick of that shit. I don't
Hey,
care.
I'm not saying
He's
I'm not saying our OC. I'm just saying he may be an OC.
I'm saying
Here.
all of them. The Heinz
I-
Ward shit, the Randall L
I know.
shit,
I know where you're
fucking
going with it.
Big Ben shit, all of it. I don't know.
Oh, hold on. There's a big difference between a guy who's worked as a wide receivers coach in the league, has worked his way up in the Detroit system, and is now in line to become an OC under Ben Johnson.
I understand.
There's a
but
big difference
most
between that.
people are doing it because he was a Steeler, not because of what he's
Yes.
done to get to this point. That's my point, Bob. It's not even really you. I know why you like him. I'm saying in general, people want these guys just because they were a Steeler, and that shouldn't be the number one reason. They should
Look-
have to earn it and actually be legit guys for the position.
I will advance the next player who should be hired immediately. Next strength coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers should
James
be James
Harrison.
Harrison.
All right. Speaking of James Harrison, I didn't hear this, so you guys are gonna have to kind of clue me in.
Oh yeah.
He said Patrick Queen is already cut.
He let it slip. I don't know if he misspoke or if he knows something, but it came off very strange, and it was a very short clip because people just kind of like snipped that little section. But essentially, he said something about like, shoot, we've already seen, Queen get cut. Like it's like a done deal.
Yeah,
Which was very strange.
yeah, it was strange.
Which, by the way, I think. Look, I know we're all kind of down on him. I think that would be a mistake, depending on who you hire as the coach. I think a guy like Shula could maybe get something out of Patrick Queen that nobody has gotten out of. Let's face it, Patrick Queen the last 2 years in this system under Terrell Austin, no, he hasn't been great. But maybe somebody else. It's not like the guy isn't talented. Look, he's not your lead guy, but
$17 million worth, though. I think
Yeah.
that's what I saw his price tag is this season.
Yeah, he's
He's
got
getting-
almost as much money coming in. 1 million. He has almost about $1 million paid per missed tackle.
Hey guys, this
Yeah.
look. I know we're talking about Queen, but in general, you got Ramsey making how much? Queen making how much?
19.
There,
19 and a half.
there are some guys we're gonna have to have some uncomfortable
Oh yeah,
conversations about
that's
here.
a whole podcast in its
they-
own.
Deserve to have that money. I'm just saying.
But I think Ramsey is going to restructure if they'll give him an extension, meaning that, hey, look, I'll take my 19 and roll it into you pay me 30 over the next 3 years or something.
But
Yeah, I don't know.
the whole thing with Queen, like he said today, he tweeted today, because the thing, he's really active on Twitter. He said, she said, and I
Yeah,
think he put we'll see or something like that. So
Yep.
sounds like that's not quite true. I think I don't know. I think Harrison's just assuming, is my guess.
Yeah,
we'll see.
it was
He
weird,
might know
though.
something. I mean, I don't know who he talks to because
I was gonna say who
all the
fuck's
coaches
not?
are gone.
Yeah, right. So
So who's he talking to in the building that knows? By the way, Terrell Austin got an interview for DC in Washington today. Did you guys see that? I almost spit my coffee out when I saw it.
And
Right.
actually, I will tell you this: that actually would be a decent spot for him. I think that's why Flores didn't get that job and he ultimately signed the extension. Although I'm sure he could have had it. But if you work for Dan Quinn is the defensive coordinator.
yeah, he's pretty.
Yeah,
Yeah,
true.
True.
So he's trading one, figurehead job for another.
Basically, yeah. But Dan Quinn's open about it. He calls the defense. He doesn't make any bones about it.
Right.
Good luck to Austin. Just get the hell out of the
He's
off my
a
team,
great,
please.
great candidate.
Yeah,
Great.
anyway, but Pittsburgh, I kind of
They should
agree with
definitely
that.
hire him.
Yes.
Look, if Mike Tomlin returns to coaching, and with his crazy ideas, if he goes anywhere but college, he'll be fired within 3 years.
Who's
Yeah.
this?
Tomlin.
Tomlin. I don't know about that.
Tomlin?
Bob.
You think he's
I think
fired
it-
within 3 years?
That's
In
why.
the NFL, yes.
That's why I think you should go for the Buffalo job.
Well,
Jump on
Did
that,
you
man.
did you see that? Lost train of thought. Arthur Smith got an interview for offensive coordinator with the Titans again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did he interview for the head coaching job too?
I thought he did.
Right.
I thought he did too.
He's had a couple of OC interviews too that he hasn't gotten.
I think
Here's your
Dable,
sign when they're like, "Nah, we're not gonna." Wait, what about the OC? You want to interview for that? Like, dude,
What did I say a year ago? He should have taken that fucking North Carolina job when it was offered to him.
Yep.
That was his best route.
Yeah.
Because
I
Look
think
at
he's
that
going to
work.
be left without a chair
he's gonna
when the
get a job.
merry-go-round's over.
He's
gonna be without a job.
He's gonna
I
get an OC job.
well, yeah.
There's only a
but
couple left, Bob. If he doesn't get this,
Well,
this Titans
There's
one,
like 7 coaches still not hired, head coaches. There's spots.
there's
he
less
could
than
land.
that. There's
he's
like
going to
5
get
left,
one or
isn't
the
there?
other. I think.
Oh,
I
maybe.
don't think Bob's wrong. I think he'll get OC or maybe
We'll
somebody
see.
give him a shot, but we'll see.
We'll see.
It'll be interesting.
Halfley to Miami was kind of surprising since we're on the coaching thing. That guy, I don't
Thank God.
get it. And he was hired quick. The Dolphins
Like, real
snapped
quick.
him up.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
you
was
know
hired
what?
so quick the owner couldn't remember his fucking name at the press conference.
yeah, that was great.
They
That-
hired,
Who'd we
great.
hire?
they hired because they hired the Packers GM, old Packers guy as their GM. That's why. I just thought that just came to me.
But,
That was a
dude,
great hire. Took him right out of the Pittsburgh's hands. Great hire for them.
Yeah, I'm
I'm
kind
so-
of
But
with you on
I'm
that one.
so happy
that-
for them.
But that's the point of a team panicking and just snatching someone right off the bat, like stupid.
Who's left? Browns, Steelers, Raiders, Bills,
Cardinals.
Cardinals still left.
Did you say Raiders? You said
Right, I
Raiders.
said Raiders. So I think there's 5 jobs left.
Yeah, I think 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, and for Somber, yeah, Saleh got the head coaching job. I don't see Saleh and Arthur Smith as a bad combination, especially for Cam Ward. Let's rein him in a little bit. You got decent running backs there.
Yeah.
There's some that could actually be a sneaky good hire for Tennessee to get a guy like Arthur Smith to work with Cam Ward.
I
McDaniels
definitely like
went to
the
be the OC.
hire.
McDaniels went to be the OC at Chargers, correct?
Great move for him.
Yes.
Yep,
Oh my
great
God,
move.
that's going to be fucking lethal.
They're going to be tough.
They're
That's
they're
gonna
going
be
to rule
tough.
that division at this
Yeah.
point.
I agree.
Yeah.
Let's
They
be
got
honest.
Hampton.
McDaniel's run game
Well,
with
wait,
that
wait,
offense, if they get their whole line
If
healthy,
the Chiefs reload here, I don't know
Okay,
if I'm
well,
quite ready to.
Are the t-
I'm out on the Chiefs. If he's there
You're out
with
on the
his
Chiefs.
all dead serious, his run game. Look what he did
Yeah,
with
it-
A-Chain, man. Come
Trent's,
on, like
Trent's right.
I'm
Trent's
telling
right.
you, he's going to make Amari and Hampton an absolute fucking star.
And they have
Come out
another
there.
running back too, don't they? The other
Okay.
guy.
Yeah,
All right, so what if-
Videller.
What if
Yeah.
the Chiefs get Jeremiah Love?
Well, then we're having a conversation. Then we're
Actually,
having a conversation.
actually,
know
I'll,
what?
do, I'll,
Go
They
ahead,
just
gentlemen.
won-
You guys go ahead and talk. I'm just going to sit
I-
over here with my thoughts.
I'll do you one better. What if they get Daryl Boston and Jadarian Price in the second?
Yeah.
That's a problem.
You're talking
that's
about
a real
KC. If
problem.
they get them,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's my whole
You think
point, guys. Like,
Jadarian Price going to last until the second round?
well,
He's only the second running back
Probably.
on the board. I mean,
either
no,
way, gentlemen, if you hand Patrick motherfucking Mahomes a running back and another wide receiver,
Yeah.
they're gonna
and what
need
if they
it
go
'cause
get a
Kelsey-
tight end? Well, it's
Yeah,
not to
'cause
make a
Kelsey's
good
gonna
tight
be
end
gone.
play, is there?
Yeah,
I'd like
Kelsey's
to
been
know,
gone.
I don't know about you guys, but I like Noah Gray. I think he's
Big
not
fun out of
Kelsey, but
nowhere.
I like him.
On a side note, I feel vindicated saying Caleb
And-
Williams better than Jaden Daniels.
Wrong.
Right?
Caleb
Well-
Williams did not go to the NFC Championship game. Jaden Daniels did. Jaden Daniels is better.
Here's my argument with those two. I think Jaden Daniels is a better quarterback, easily. But the knock on him from the beginning is he's thin and he's injury prone.
Yeah.
That's a big part you got to keep in the conversation because Caleb Williams is going to be playing football games. We don't know if Jaden Daniels is going to be playing football games. So
Let's
Somber's
see
got
how the
line.
honeymoon goes with Pete
Thank
Crow
you,
Armstrong
Somber.
first. I mean,
Thank
he may
you.
be retiring.
Sadiq. That's the way to go. That's where they're going to go.
that's interesting too. That's
Sadiq,
interesting
I think,
too.
is their top target.
They can't
They've
get
got
both.
some. They've got some interesting contracts on defense coming up too, though.
Yeah.
Look, if you could get Love in the first and get
It's hard to pass
tight
up
end
on
from
that.
Vanderbilt in the second, that kid from Vanderbilt is going to be a good player. And that gap between him and Sadiq, I don't think it's just like Loveland and Warren last year. Oh, Warren's so much better, but I kept telling people
Well, no.
Loveland and Warren are very close.
Dude,
I don't think there's
Sadiq-
enough of a difference.
Sadiq's going to put up ridiculous numbers at the combine. That kid's an athletic freak.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
the athletic profile between those two is not even on the same planet. I mean,
Yeah,
you're
it's
talking,
Still an effective
you're
player.
talking Kyle Pitts versus Pat Fryermuth, different levels of athleticism between those two guys.
And you could make the argument Fryermuth is better and has had a better career. Kyle
I wouldn't
Pitts
go
is
that far.
kind of a bust.
Kyle Pitts just
Well,
had 880 yards
well,
receiving
This season,
and
Pitts
like
is
9
pretty good.
touchdowns.
Yeah, he finally
Now,
broke out.
it took him 4 years, but yeah. But
As soon as Arthur Smith left, he started to play better.
weird. Really weird.
Fucking tight ends with Arthur Smith. That's like
Oh
a
God!
death
Yeah,
throw.
right. There's the common
Weird.
denominator.
Look,
The
I
guy
like
known to
Sadiq.
be good with tight ends. Huh.
Yeah, I like Sadiq. I just think that Vanderbilt kid is a comer, and I think if he runs at the combine,
Well, either or. One of those guys goes to the Chiefs and they draft a running back too. And a wide dude.
Yeah, you can't sell the Chiefs. Let's see how he comes back from the injury.
Mhm.
But as long as he's fine with come back from
Take-
injury, you can't. Mahomes is.
I
that
just
trip.
want the goddamn Steelers to go get a couple wide receivers from the
Yeah, let's get back to the Steelers podcast.
yeah.
Yeah, great idea. Great idea, Trent.
Well, do we have anything else before we go to legendary picks? Anything else you want to get off your chest before we?
yeah, we're
We
working.
covered just about everything.
I was gonna
Where
say,
we
we're work-
taking Aller, boys?
Oh, Jesus Christ. Here we go.
Who said that?
Let's
And
get it
Ron.
going. Let's
Ron,
get
my
it
man.
going.
My man,
Sunday.
third
We-
round or after. That's what I'm
Su-
taking, Eller.
Was
One
this
of
his,
Sunday we
third
will
round
talk
picks.
all about how
Was
Drew
that-
Aller.
What?
Look, if Drew Aller doesn't go someplace where they have brown pants, then he should not play NFL quarterback. You got to have brown pants to hide the shit that
Oh, come
falls out of his ass when he realizes that, oh shit, I snapped the ball and people are rushing me. Oh my God, I got to spike it.
are you done?
Yeah, please. Out of all these shitty quarterbacks, Drew Aller has the most athletic upside. Out of any of them, I'm talking arm strength. I'm not talking like actual athletically running and
I'd
stuff,
rather
but
get-
just
No, Bob, stop. Go ahead.
height,
Do
arm
it.
strength,
Just do
kind
it.
of
Stop,
mobility.
Bob.
You're making the Paxton Lynch argument.
All right, legendary picks. Let's go. Yep.
What's Vaughn saying here? Chambliss, then.
Oh, Jesus. Don't go.
Oh,
God.
Vaughn.
Vaughn
Me
knows
and Vaughn
all
are
the
back.
buttons to push. You gotta go watching the show for like a week. or
Kumbaya,
something,
Vaughn.
dude.
Me and you, buddy. Let's do
Hey,
it.
I said that
Let's
my
Chambliss.
first mock, I picked Chambliss and Sawyer Robinson.
I think
so-
it moved when you said that. I got excited.
It moved.
I fucking love it. Aller and Chambliss. Let's go.
We're gonna have a Colin-sized problem in Dave here. He's gonna be looking at Chambliss the same way Colin looks at DK Metcalf.
Yep.
Could be. All right, let's do legendary NFL picks. We've gone completely off the rails now.
Or have to call your wife.
I didn't
pour
have
some
time to do
cold
the
water
slides,
on you.
but basically Trent and Tony were 3-1. David was 2-2. David was 1-3, and I participated.
So you were 0-4? Is that what you're
I was 0-4.
Oh, baby, Bob. Going out with style.
But I hit. I luckily I played some player prop parlays and I hit all those. So
There you go.
Thank you, Dresden. I
Take that
appreciate
off
you.
the screen. Take that off the screen. That is not
We're
true.
leaving. We're leaving
Get
it
the hell
up.
out of here.
Chambliss shorter.
We're leaving it up
touchdown
throughout the
Hell
whole
outta here.
legendary picks.
Dresden,
I'm-
you're killing me. We'll go back to Vaughn's thing. Where's Vaughn's thing?
kill.
There it is. Put that back. All right. The New England Patriots are traveling to Denver. The Patriots are 4.5-point favorites.
4.5's not enough.
Starboy Bo Nix is out for the
Yeah.
playoffs, so it's Jared Stidham. Boy,
Fun
boy,
fact:
boy.
Jarrett Stidham's first ever start, he threw for 368 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Oh, I did not know that.
Who was it against? The Browns?
It was the Raiders versus I can't remember who he played against. No, I don't have it in front of me. I saw it the other day.
Okay.
I can't remember who they played against, but he 368 is 368 no matter who it was against.
You said it's 4.5.
4.5.
I hate that fucking. hook.
4.5 ain't gonna matter because I'm sorry, what we just saw the Patriots do against the Houston Texans.
That's a good point. Yep.
I'm riding.
Yeah.
I mean, if they put up points against that defense, then
now
I'm
the
taking
now
them
the
against-
Well,
caveat to
first,
that
they
though
did
is
have
that
a-
it was in
New England.
And they got
And
a pick six.
CJ Stroud killed their soul
So
after
they're going
watching him for 6
against
quarters.
Denver's defense in Denver. So
But now their defense has stepped it up as well, and I
Yeah.
think that's the other thing. They're
That's-
starting to match the offense. Their pass rush since Milton Williams came back, that interior
You-
pass rush is starting to come on.
You make me feel like they're gonna win the whole goddamn thing, Trent. When you talk like that.
No.
I think they're going to run into a buzzsaw at Seattle, but
Okay, I hope you're right.
they're
Trent, talk
getting
me
there.
into it. Pat's cover.
Okay. Bobby?
Couple of stats for you.
Okay.
Sean Payton, in his last 8 games without a starting quarterback, is 8-0.
He does get off on that shit. He really
8?
does.
And I did hear today he was talking about how we're slinging it. We're not holding back. We're gonna sling the ball. I was like, whoa, okay. 8-0 though. That's impressive.
And who gave up on Jared Stidham a few years ago? Was it possibly Josh McDaniels and the New England Patriots? I think they play with an attitude. I think Peyton. Look, I like Drake May, but it was obvious last week. I mean, let's not bury the lead. If CJ Stroud is an all-time awful, the Patriots lose that game, and Drake May is the one in the ringer this week because of how his turnovers.
Yeah, he had a lot of turnovers in that
I mean,
game.
Stroud was
He had
so
3?
bad. But you're right.
3,
He
right?
turned the ball over.
3
too.
fumbles, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
And I think he's got
3
6 or 7 fumbles in the playoffs.
yeah.
That's a good point, Bob. It is.
I don't like either one of these teams. I've not liked them all year long. I don't know. I think Dave was right. At Denver at home, I think they figure out a way. Jared Stidham is the next Nick Foles, Jeff Hostetler kind of guy, and they get hot. And I don't think they're going to win a Super Bowl. I think they get there. I'm taking Denver in the points.
Trent?
I stuck with my pick. I'm not changing. It's the Patriots, man. I know May's ball control is more in the pocket with strip sack issues than it is throwing interceptions. I mean,
Yeah.
he's throwing the ball. That was a bit of a weather game too. I think that's important to kind of keep in mind. He and CJ clearly both had issues with the weather, but I just think the Patriots are clicking, man. Vrabel is a fucking good coach, and the Titans should be completely embarrassed that they fired that guy.
Yeah,
Trent,
100%.
I just wanted to warn you. I've sucked really bad at these things this year. So,
Oh fuck.
Yeah. Just, good luck to you. I wish you the best.
It will
So-
be snowing and 16 degrees in Denver
Oof.
on Sunday.
So I've been telling you guys, I feel like for 3 years, Denver's going to get home field advantage throughout the playoffs, and they go into the Super Bowl. And I'm sticking with it. I think the Patriots. I said it last week.
You did.
I still believe it. They're a bit of a fraud. They're a bit of a fraud. CJ Stroud handed them that game on a silver platter. He was awful.
did.
He was.
Look, I love the quarterback to death. He is the best young quarterback in the league. He is. He's
No, he's not.
who's better than him?
I saw the look.
Who's better than him?
Then Drake May.
Young
Yeah.
quarterback. I'm not talking Mahomes. I said best young quarterback in the league.
Look, he's very good. He's certainly top 3.
He's
said
a runner-up
Jaden
for
Daniels,
MVP
but
this
yeah.
year, Bob.
He's top one of one.
I still take Jaden Daniels, healthy Jaden Daniels
And he's not-
over him all day,
he's not-
every day.
Healthy
Jaden
Jaden
Daniels
Daniels
not
wasn't
good,
even remotely close to this.
I called that.
Overthink.
I knew Bob was going to say
In the
Jaden Daniels.
fucking
I fucking thought
championship
it.
game and had him within 5 minutes of winning the fucking game.
Look
And he
at the-
was the reason.
do you
Don't
wanna-
act like the Washington Commanders had some juggernaut fucking offense. Jaden Daniels went there, and they got to the 5 minutes of the Super Bowl.
My guy's Caleb Williams.
I still think Drake May's the better
Just saying.
quarterback. So having
There you go.
said
Big
that,
fun. Back me
he's
up.
going to cough it up in this
Yeah,
one.
Caleb is a phenomenal quarterback as long as you don't ask him to go fucking win a football game.
Pun, do you buy your purses from the same place that Caleb gets his?
Wow.
I think he's jealous.
Caleb's won
that
me
he-
over a little bit the last 6 weeks. He's won me over.
Oh no, he's done really well. I'm just fucking. But
He's made some throws. You guys can't deny. Dude has made
listen,
some
oh,
throws.
if you
throw
were
at the end,
ranking,
we're off the rails. We go. Go ahead.
But this
Let's
is what
go.
we do, Dave. This is what we do.
if you're
Yeah,
ranking
this is
these
fun.
guys right now, Caleb Williams is not in the top 10, and I can easily put Drake May in the top 10 quarterbacks in the league.
In the league, yeah.
if you're
yeah.
comparing,
I'm not saying. I'm not
yeah,
saying
Caleb
Caleb's better
Williams
than
is
Drake May.
probably in the 15 range, 14, 15. Jaden Daniels isn't too far up the list from there. And I'm sorry, but Drake May is in the top 10 of quarterbacks in the NFL right now.
If Jaden Daniels stays healthy all season, he's in the top 10.
Yeah, there's
He's in
something
the top
about Jane Daniels.
I think he
that
was
the
going to
other
have
two
regression
don't
either
have.
way.
Yeah, the other two just don't. Jaden Daniels is magic on the field. If he doesn't get
When he
hurt,
plays.
the Commanders, But when he did play last year, he was pretty fucking good.
Yeah, he was. I didn't he get injured last year though too? That's the only problem with him is he gets injured so much.
He's
He got
but
injured
when
in
he's healthy-
college. It's the
but
same
when-
Yeah,
thing.
that's the knock on
but
him.
Bob,
That's
but
the knock
Bob's
on him.
right. When he's healthy,
Yeah, he's
Man.
good. He's good. All right.
what are
The Los Angeles Rams are traveling to Seattle. Seattle is
Okay, the
favored by
Super Bowl?
2.5.
Seattle's
This is
favored by
gonna be a
2.5?
2.5.
Seattle's
Oh.
favored by 2.5. As of right now, I'm looking at DraftKings right now.
Trent's like easy.
Only 2.5.
Easy
I'm
money.
taking Seattle.
You
I think
taking Seattle?
it'll be close, but I'm taking Seattle. I think they'll
I
cover
can't
that.
believe they made it 2.5 and didn't go 3.5.
I'm really on
That's
the
where
fence
I
on
was
this
at too. If it was 3.5, I was like, But at 2.5, yeah, I'm comfortable.
They
with
made it
taking
easy,
that.
which is
Yeah.
suspicious to me. But
Sam Darnold makes me very nervous in the playoffs. I'm not going to lie. Sam Darnold makes me very nervous.
so does Stafford. He was kind of off this last game.
Yeah.
It's Darnold sucking versus Stafford's age. Who will prevail?
Still,
Darnold was MVP this year.
in Seattle. They've got that run game going. It's going to be interesting to see how the Rams defense puts up a fight against the run game. Will Kyron Williams carry the Rams again another week against Seattle's defense? Seattle's interior defense is really, really good. Like that's
Didn't the Rams
thing
put up
that
a
gets me.
bunch of yards and points the last time they played?
I don't
I
know.
think they did.
They
I
went
just-
at
I-
it both games. It's
gonna be-
both games have been really close. They've had to go at it.
It's going to be really. Oh wait, I think I posted it. Didn't they? Wasn't? Oh no, that was the last week. That was last week. I was thinking maybe it was separated by 3 points total
They
between the two games.
it is something like that. You're right. One was
One
decided
was
by
in
one
one was
point.
in overtime, a 1
You're
point
right.
win in overtime.
You're right.
The other was a 2 point win. Wasn't it separated
right.
by 3 total points?
I think you're right.
I mean, I'm
gonna
going
look
back
it
to
up.
last
I'm
week.
loading
trying
up
to think of
the
that.
report right now. To
One
go.
was like 38-39 in overtime, and then the other
38-37 overtime.
was- okay.
Yep.
Stafford had 457 yards passing and 3 touchdowns in that game
Yeah.
against the
And then
Seattle defense.
And then the other one
Yep.
was 21-19.
You know, the actual league MVP.
Yes.
I've been
For
saying
sure,
that
Stafford
for
was-
fucking
yeah,
months.
21-19 and then 38-37. Yeah.
Nakua had 225 yards receiving in that game.
Jesus. That is ridiculous.
But wasn't Seattle down Witherspoon though? Also
They might have been.
in that game, I feel like
They might have
Witherspoon
been.
was out during that time frame. That was his.
Let me
injury.
see if I get stats on Witherspoon here.
Because he and Tariq Woolen were out.
No,
for a
he
period of
played.
Time. Was he?
He played. He had 5
Okay.
tackles.
I'm gonna say the Seahawks covered. No team looked like they looked this past weekend. They were dominant, like just absolutely dominant.
Straight out the gates.
Yeah. What
they
was
were.
it? 41-7 was the final.
Yeah.
I don't think
This
anybody
is
else won like
definitely-
that this past weekend.
Yeah, this is not going to be. I can see this being extraordinarily close. I mean, 2.5 probably
It's
is
a tough
realistic,
one.
the way that these two have gone at it twice already.
I see them winning by they kick a field goal to win the game.
That's where I'm
All
at
right.
too.
That's
It's
two
at
two
Seattle.
Seahawks. All right,
If
Bobby.
this was at the Rams home building, I'd be saying the same thing. Rams would be at home. They're winning.
So in a game like this, you got to look at quarterback play, and obviously Stafford is probably the league MVP. He's been there, done that. He's gotten to the Super Bowl before. The last time Sam Darnold faced the Rams defense in the playoffs, let's harken back to last year when he was sacked 9 times and looked awful. Now, this is a better team that he's on. I don't think he's going to get sacked 9 times. But
Much better run game
yeah,
than Minnesota last year. Yeah.
Well, it all year, yes. No Zach Charbonnet. I love KW3. I think he's a very good player.
Is Zach Charbonnet out for this game?
I didn't see that he was out. Is he really?
Oh yeah, he's out.
Scores ACL. He's done.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh,
Yep.
Yeah, I
It's
missed that
Kenneth
too.
Walker the third show now.
It's in a game like this, I just gotta go. I feel like Matt Stafford, not to mention look, Njigba might be top 3 in the league right now, but you got Puka and you got Devontae Adams. They got something with this 1-3 set. I don't think this game's going to be very close. I think Darnold comes back down to earth. Nice story. Darnold has not played well for Seattle the second half of the season. He had a pretty good game last week, but he has not played well. So I'm going to take the quarterback here. I'm going to say Stafford does it, and I also think Chris Shula, our future Pittsburgh Steelers head coach, dials up some amazing shit. And
But you think it's not going to be close? Did I hear you wrong? I thought you were about to say it wasn't.
no,
it's not gonna be close.
I think it'll be game at half, and the Rams will pull away in the second. But I see it being like a 10-point game.
I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't know Charbonnet was out.
Yeah, that's news
That
to
actually-
me too. I was
that
already
actually
leaning
changed-
Rams.
That changes my pick completely because I think he
Really?
picks up those. I think he picks up those tough, hard like short yardage situational football stuff that K9 sometimes doesn't pick up. He does fall short of first downs at times, and Charbonnet is always the guy at the goal line getting the carries.
Am I going Lone Ranger now? Is it just me?
Honestly,
It might be.
I think that flips a touchdown out of this game in favor of the Rams.
See,
I
I think
just-
it's the opposite because Kenneth Walker the third is amazing. But
He is
they
amazing.
split carries
I like it.
with Charbonnet. Now he can be unleashed and get like 20-something carries. Like, I don't know. You guys are looking at it different from me.
He's a home
way
run hitter for sure. I agree. I actually think he's a better running back. But on 3rd and 2, 3rd and 1, at the goal line,
That's where I'm at for real. Like I think that their offense stalls enough times through this game where Charbonnet would pick it up. There's going to be a goal line series that they're going to have an issue because they can't score with K9. That's where I'm kind of sitting at right now.
Big pun. Dan Moore signed for more guaranteed money than Darnold.
yeah.
All right, pun.
And look-
Thanks.
And look, I don't want to root against Sam Darnold, but I mean the guy is who he is. And
He's just too much of a track record there.
Yeah, he took one step last year. He's taking another step this year. A guy like this, maybe he takes the next step next year. But I just don't see. I think this is Stafford's last hurrah. I think we're looking at an Elway situation where if he wins it, he retires.
Could be. I'm sticking with the Seahawks. Though.
For me, it boils down to the quarterbacks. It's that simple. It's Darnold versus the MVP of the league.
At
I gotta
Seahawks,
go with
that
the
place
Rams.
is going to be hot.
I know that is
like,
something.
dude. The
And their
12-man
defense
thing
is
is
ridiculous.
no joke. So
That's why I'm having a hard time with this game, but I got to go with the Rams and Stafford.
And Trent, you officially flipped your decision, right?
I am for real. I'm flipping my decision back to the Rams
All
just because.
Well, once again, I suck at these things, so you guys are probably right. But yeah, whatever.
watch Corbin clean house this week.
He
When
he might.
pick all of 2 games right. Ooh,
So,
on a roll.
Don't call it a comeback.
Yeah.
so we got our Super Bowl picks here. So Dave's got Broncos versus Rams. David's going Patriots versus Seahawks. And
Ooh,
Trent's
the
got
old,
Patriots Rams, and I've got Broncos Rams.
Does anybody remember our picks from earlier this season when we picked the Super Bowls? Because I remember mine.
I do have that. And
I think I did a
none of
repeat.
us are right.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
swung and missed it.
I'm sure none of us were right. Yeah,
I think I
No,
had
I-
Buffalo and Green Bay, right?
Hold on, I'm just
I
taking
think
this other one.
Kansas City and
I had
I don't
Chiefs
know who the hell I picked.
Eagles again. I had them running it back.
I think I did. I have Kansas City and I can't remember who the hell I picked now.
All right, so the Super Bowl picks. Let's get the names. David had the Chiefs versus the Eagles running it back. Good memory. Didn't work out.
No.
I had the Chiefs versus the Commanders. Neither one made the fucking playoffs.
That's awesome.
Dave had the Bills versus Packers. At least they made the playoffs.
Yeah,
And Trent had the Chiefs versus Packers.
Okay.
And I'm pretty sure none of us have picked the Super Bowl winner preseason.
Nope.
Eagles, Chiefs, Bills, Chiefs.
I was pretty convinced that this was going to be the Bills' year.
But I did pick 5 out of the 7 playoff teams.
It should have been the Bills' year. This was, and they choked.
Bob thinks he's got you figured out, Bob. He understands the Daniels rage now.
Yes.
Yeah. Right.
Hey, did anybody see the new angle from the NFL? Or well, not the NFL didn't release it, but somebody put it out on X. There's a new angle now that I guess all 22 came out. Man, I think Buffalo got fucked. I really
the catch.
do.
To me, it was a catch the whole time. To me, I thought it was a catch the whole time.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Caught
I know the rule
down by
and blah, blah, blah.
contact. That's it.
Yeah.
And
They got screwed.
yeah.
I think they got screwed.
Didn't they argue it wasn't a football move? He had to survive the ground. Wasn't that the whole argument to begin with?
If you're on the ground with the ball and you're being touched, that's down by contact, right?
Dude,
Yeah.
Play should be over.
This is the Jesse James and shit all over again.
Cooks
Well,
didn't help
no,
himself.
it's worse
He
than that.
kind of just gave the
Yeah.
up.
Cooks
He didn't even
should have held
try.
on that ball.
Yeah,
Like,
well,
that was a weird.
he held on to the ball till he hit the ground. I mean, that new angle shows that the other guy didn't even get his hands on it till he was already on the ground. He had his hand on his
To me-
shoulder and
Yeah,
his
but-
hand.
He grabbed it, and then Cooks was like, "Oh," I just
Yeah, he
act
should have
like,
done that,
I
but-
don't know if he's trying to draw a penalty or what that was, but
Well, you know what my whole argument was? It was a fucking PI to begin with. Because he impeded the progress of Cooks before that ball was even in air. Cooks was 10 yards downfield, and the DB, I can't remember who that DB was at the time now, but that DB was definitely still playing like it was fucking press coverage at the line of scrimmage. He was all over him.
Think about, if that call doesn't go that way and they win that game, McDermott never gets fired because they're going to go to the Super Bowl at worst and probably maybe win it. And he's
I don't
never
know.
fired.
I'd actually, if they were going to New England, I don't know.
But
Josh Allen.
they wouldn't have been going to Denver.
They would have gone to Denver because they'd have been the lowest seed.
And
They lost to Denver. That was where the catch
but
was.
with Bo Nix though, this is Stidham.
No.
probably win this game.
That was
Buffalo
He's
was
saying they
playing
lost.
Denver.
he's saying
They
they
were
lost.
playing Denver at the
That's
time.
right.
Yeah.
They're- my bad.
Yeah,
They
so it'd be
beat- they could
Buffalo
beat New
against
England.
New England.
You're right.
They could beat New England.
Yeah.
You're right.
They,
My bad.
They,
Yeah, you're right.
they could, but Josh Allen championship game.
Don't do that, Bob.
Look,
His team let him down. His team let him down.
he threw
Go
the
look at his stats.
interception.
This last game, he
And
didn't
the
play well.
fumble at the end of the
This
half.
last game he didn't
had
play
the
well.
fumble too.
But before this, he's been lights out in the playoffs.
well, yeah,
lights
but
out.
No,
all that
he's like-
matters is what you do in the game, Dave. And he ran around with the ball
This
just
last
let it
game,
fumble, and then I'm just saying
I think
Yeah,
his
but
last
his
two,
career-
his
his
last
career
three
playoff
playoff
stats are
games, he turned the
ridiculous.
ball over 7 times.
it is. But he
listen, guys, I'm taking Josh Allen over any quarterback in the league.
we
Period.
know you love him. It's okay.
Yeah, except for
But-
number 15 in Kansas City, who beats his ass.
Even over
He owns him.
Mahomes now. I'm taking
Bullshit.
Josh Allen.
Bullshit.
Now you're doubling down.
He's never beaten Mahomes and never will.
He beat Mahomes, and the team let him down.
It's
Period.
been a great
Full stop.
podcast, guys. Everybody have a
Yeah.
great night. Take care.
Full stop. All right. Anything else before we get out of here? Dave's done.
No.
Sunday at 2:00. We'll
Sunday,
be
2
talking-
o'clock, draft show, opening thing.
Give Vaughn a
Um,
couple minutes. He'll get something else in the chat that'll get us going for another 20 minutes.
Yeah.
You guys in the chat were great. Don't forget to like and subscribe, please. That helps us out tremendously. Until next time, thanks for listening to Steel Sanctuary Podcast.
And just like that, I left everything. See ya!